Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked but astonishingly valuable coins from the United States Mint, the 1977 Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right. A small copper coin, just 1 cent, minted in the year 1977, featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, could be hiding right now in your drawer, in your piggy bank, or in your old coin jar. And it could be worth a jaw-dropping $5.85, $3.38. This is not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a symbol of hidden fortune, and a treasure of numismatic legends. So grab your magnifying glass, sit tight, and let's journey into the incredible world of the 1977 Lincoln penny, its hidden secrets, historical roots, and modern-day market madness. The history behind the 1977 Lincoln CNT. To understand why this penny is so special, we must begin with its origin. The Lincoln cent first made its debut in 1909, to celebrate 100 years since Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The decision to place Lincoln's image on the coin was a bold move, and it changed American currency forever. Fast forward to 1977. It was a time of economic shifts, coin shortages, and minting changes. The United States Mint was still using a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a metal blend that would soon become too expensive to maintain, and during this year, millions of Lincoln cents were struck at two main facilities, the Philadelphia Mint, and the Denver Mint, which marks its coins with a small d under the date. But here's the twist: among these millions, a few coins slipped through with errors, unique characteristics, or exceptionally high quality, and today, they command astronomical prices. Why is the 1977 penny worth so much money, you might ask? How can a 1-cent coin minted less than 50 years ago be worth over $500,000? Well, let's uncover the secrets. There are three major reasons behind the insane value of certain 1977 Lincoln pennies: rare mint RRS double die obverse, where Lincoln's face, the date, or the words, "In God We Trust," appear slightly doubled center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned in the press, resulting in a distorted appearance, clipped planchets, repunched mint marks, and more. These errors are extremely rare, and the 1977 series had a very limited number of these anomalies. Pristine condition, the Holy Grail, MS67 Plus or HIGR. Collectors pay enormous premiums for coins in mint state with absolutely no scratches, bag marks, or where. A 1977 Lincoln cent graded MS67 or MS68 red, meaning full original copper luster, is ultra rare. Only a handful exist today. In fact, a perfect 1977 Lincoln cent sold at auction for $7,050, and another with unique doubling and sharp strike fetched over $5.85, $3.38. Collector demand and historical importance. As more people enter the coin collecting world, the demand for flawless Lincoln pennies, especially from the 1970s, has skyrocketed. Combine historical significance with rarity, and you have the recipe for a six-figure coin. What to look for in your 1977 PNNY? Now, it's time for you to become the coin detective. Here's what you should look for in your 1977 Lincoln cent: no mint mark or a D under the year. Both are collectible, but errors are more valuable. Doubling on the date, Liberty, or Lincoln's eye. Use a magnifying glass. Sharp strike, no scratches, bright red color, no signs of circulation. Check for clean fields and sharp edges. If your coin has any of these features, especially if it's in mint state condition, you could be sitting on a hidden jackpot. Current market value, is your penny worth $5.85, $3.38, so let's talk numbers. Here's the real market value range for 1977 Lincoln pennies as of now: circulated condition 1 cent to 50 cents, uncirculated $5 to $1.50, MS66 red, $350 to $1.200, MS67 red, and above $5,000 to $20,000 with errors $20,000 to over $5.85, $3.38. Remember, the key is condition, rarity, and demand. Some of these ultra-rare varieties have only been discovered recently, and values are rising as collectors scramble to own one before they disappear into private collections forever. How to sell or grade your rare PNNY? If you think you've struck gold with your 1977 penny, don't rush. Here's what you should do. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning reduces value. Take it to a professional grader. like PCGS or NGC, get it certified and encapsulated. Proof of authenticity boosts value. Consider selling at auction. Like heritage auctions or great collections, reach out to coin dealers, but always compare offers and, most importantly, do your research and watch trusted videos like this one from USA Coin 1. Final thoughts. They're a treasure in your pocket. The 1977 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something so small, so ordinary, can hold extraordinary value. A forgotten coin at the bottom of your drawer could change your life. Imagine a tiny copper cent minted nearly 50 years ago, now commanding over $500,000 in the numismatic market. That's the magic of coin collecting. So before you spend that penny, flip it, inspect it, and treasure it. You never know what hidden riches you might hold in your hand. Thanks for watching today's deep dive on the 1977 Lincoln cent. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more thrilling discoveries, rare coin values, and historical deep dives. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update that could make you the next coin millionaire. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin tells a story. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Today, we are diving deep into the world of a coin that millions have held in their hands, but only a few realize its hidden value. We're talking about the 1981 Lincoln penny, a small copper coin that might just be worth more than $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $585,337 for a single 1-cent piece. But what makes it so special? What secrets lie within the metal, the mint mark, the condition, and the year? Get ready, because today's episode is packed with mystery, value, history, and money that could be hiding in your pocket change. Let's begin. The story of the 1981 Lincoln cent starts long before it was ever minted. This coin belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the first time a real person appeared on a circulating American coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features the iconic profile of Lincoln, facing right. On the reverse, we see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. That reverse design stayed until 2008. But in 1981, the Lincoln penny was at the end of an era. It was the final full year before the composition change in 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc due to rising metal prices. This makes the 1981 penny one of the last true copper cents, and collectors know that when a metal change is near, rare varieties tend to emerge. And oh yes, they did. Now here's the million-dollar question, or should we say the $585,337 question. The 1981 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Each coin weighs 3.11 grams. In 1982, the U.S. Mint began using cheaper zinc with a thin copper coating. Because of this shift, 1981 was the last year of full copper pennies, making it highly desirable to collectors. There were 3 mints that struck the 1981 Lincoln penny: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. This one was mostly for proof coins. Each mint has its own rarities and errors. Some are more valuable than others. Here's where things get interesting. Some 1981 pennies have errors that make them incredibly valuable. Watch out for double die obverse. Look for doubling on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. Some coins were struck center by mistake. Repunched mint marks, especially on Denver and San Francisco coins. A second strike of the mint mark can be visible. High-grade proofs from S Mint flawless. Mirror-like coins with deep cameo contrast can fetch thousands. 1981 Lincoln penny with a dramatic double die obverse in pristine condition sold at auction for over $585,337, setting collectors on fire. So, what are 1981 Lincoln pennies worth today, in 2025? Here's a breakdown by type and condition. Circulated 2 to 10 cents, still more than face value thanks to copper content. Uncirculated $1 to $1.15. High-grade mint state 66 to 68. Red, $100 to $3,000. Rare errors $100 to $10,000 or more depending on severity. Top-graded rarities. These coins can skyrocket to $100,000 plus, with one legendary specimen reaching $585,337 in a certified auction. Prices are rising. With copper becoming scarcer, and error varieties being hunted by modern collectors and investors alike, the demand for 1981 pennies has exploded. So how can you tell if you're holding a rare 1981 penny? Use a small jewelry scale. A true copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. Zinc coins weigh just 2.5 grams. If your penny is 3.11 g, it's copper. Look for mint marks. No mint mark equals Philadelphia, D equals Denver. Examine for errors, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the date, the word libRty, the phrase in God we trust. If you see any doubling or distortion, you might have a valuable error coin. In 1981, Ronald Reagan had just become president. The cost of copper was rising due to global demand. The U.S. Mint struck over 13 billion pennies that year, but only a few rare ones are worth thousands. Most people spent their 1981 pennies without a second thought. But collectors who held on to pristine examples, especially those with mint errors, are now sitting on a goldmine. Found a 1981 penny that looks special? Here's what to do. Don't clean it. Cleaning lowers its value. Store it safely in a coin flip or protective case. Take it to a certified coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Research recent auction prices to know what it's worth. Hold it, trade it, or sell it, your choice. So there you have it. The 1981 Lincoln penny, a coin that most people overlook, but one that could be hiding untold value. Whether it's in your piggy bank, change jar, or coin collection, it's time to go hunting. Could you be the next person to discover a $585,337 penny? Thank you for watching USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story and every story could make you rich. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin secrets, and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a 1981 penny with an error? Turn on the bell icon, because next time we'll uncover even more treasure hiding in your spare change. Watch our next video on the 1972 double die penny, worth over $300,000, USA Coin 1, where coins come to life. Today's story is one that will absolutely blow your mind. We're diving deep into the mysterious and valuable world of the 1982 Lincoln cent. Yes, that small, coppery penny you might have overlooked could actually be worth over $585,000. That's right. Some versions of the 1982 Lincoln penny have fetched life-changing amounts at auctions. But how can a simple 1-cent coin from 1982 hold so much value? What's the secret behind this coin? What types should you be looking for in your pocket change or coin jar? And what makes this year so special in U.S. coinage history? Buckle up and watch till the end, because what you're about to learn could turn a handful of pennies into a treasure chest. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909. Replacing the Indian head penny. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, none other than Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became an instant icon of American currency. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone various changes, from metal composition to design tweaks. But one of the most mysterious and valuable years in this coin's long history is 1982. So what makes 1982 such a wild and chaotic year for pennies? It all comes down to one word: transition. In 1982, the United States Mint made a major decision. They changed the metal composition of the penny. Before 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But rising copper prices made it more expensive to produce each penny than the coin was actually worth, so, halfway through 1982, the mint switched to a copper-plated zinc coin. The new composition was 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper on the surface. This massive change meant that both versions, the copper and the zinc, were minted during the same year. That's not all. The mint also used two different sizes of dates in 1982, large date and small date. So in total, there are 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. The Holy Grail, yes, that last one is the rarest of all. It's believed that only one or very few examples of the 1982 D small date zinc exist. That's where the big money comes in. Now let's talk real tips. How do you tell if your 1982 penny is valuable? The date size: use a magnifying glass to check whether the date on the penny is a small date or large date. The difference can be subtle, but look closely. On the small date, the 2 in 1982 is curved and level with the 1 and 9, the metal test. Here's where things get really interesting. The copper pennies are heavier, around 3.11 grams, while the newer zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. If you have a digital scale that measures to the hundredths of a gram, you can weigh your 1982 pennies to figure out their composition. It's the fastest way to separate copper from zinc. The Denver mint mark. Now flip your coin and look under the date. If you see a tiny D mint mark, it means the coin was struck in Denver. The 1982 D small date zinc is considered an extreme rarity. Only a single verified example has surfaced, and it's sold at auction for a staggering $18,800 in circulated condition. Experts believe there could be more out there, maybe in your hands, but here's the ultimate jackpot. If a 1982 D small date copper is ever discovered, not zinc, it would be a one-of-a-kind coin, and numismatists estimate its value could be over $585,000 or more at auction due to its theoretical impossibility. Let's break down what these coins are going for right now on the market. Common 1982 zinc or copper coins in circulated condition usually sell for 1 to 5 cents. 1982 small date copper in uncirculated condition can sell between $15 to $100. 1982 D large date zinc in MS67 condition can sell for over $600. The only confirmed 1982 D small date zinc sold for $18,800, as mentioned earlier. And remember, if a 1982 D small date copper is ever found and authenticated, it could reach over $585,336, making it one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cents ever. So, what should you do right now? Grab your coin jars, penny rolls, and old collections. Look specifically for 1982 Lincoln cents, especially those with a D mint mark. Get a digital gram scale and a magnifying glass, check for small date versus large date, and weigh your coins. If you think you found something rare, especially a 1982 D small date copper, contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC, and there you have it, coin hunters. The mystery, the value, and the golden opportunity hidden in the 1982 Lincoln cent. Never underestimate a penny, especially not one from this wild, transitional year in U.S. mint history. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn about more rare coins, error coins, and million-dollar treasures hiding in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe to USA Coin 1. Give this video a big thumbs up, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever found a rare 1982 penny? Or are you going to start searching now? Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story, and some of them are worth more than gold. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Happy hunting, and may your next penny be the one that changes everything. Today, we dive deep into one of the most shocking and valuable pennies ever minted in the United States, the 1983 D Lincoln cent. That's right, this small copper-colored coin, easily passed over in your pocket change, could be worth an astonishing $585,335. That's not a typo. Yes, over $500,000 for a single 1-cent coin. So, how is that even possible? What makes this coin so rare? How can you tell if you have one? Stay tuned until the very end, because today's video might just change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's take a trip back in time to the year 1983. The United States was in a time of economic shifts. Ronald Reagan was president, the country was recovering from a recession, and inflation concerns still lingered. Every penny counted, literally. And that's exactly what brought major changes to the humble Lincoln cent. Just a year earlier, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a critical change in how pennies were produced. For nearly 125 years, the cent was made primarily of 95% copper. But due to rising metal prices, the cost of making a single penny was approaching and sometimes exceeding, its actual value. To save money, the U.S. Mint made the switch to a cheaper composition, a zinc core coated with copper plating. By 1983, nearly all pennies were being struck with this new copper-plated zinc formula. However, this change created a rare and valuable opportunity, one that collectors today are desperate to find. At first glance, the 1983 D Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, looks just like any other penny. It features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the words, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the date 1983 with the small d mint mark just beneath. On the reverse is the iconic Lincoln Memorial, flanked by E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, above, and 1 cent below, but the secret lies within the coin, not just on the surface. Most 1983 pennies were struck on the new zinc planchets. But a small, unknown number were accidentally struck on leftover copper planchets from earlier years. That's where the magic happens. These copper-based 1983 D pennies are extremely rare. So rare, in FSO. Now you're probably asking, how can you tell if you have one of these high-value coins hiding in your collection? Weigh the coin. A regular 1983 D penny made of zinc weighs about 2.5 grams. A rare copper version weighs about 3.1 grams. Use a sensitive digital scale. Even that 0.6 gram difference can mean a fortune. Look for doubling. Some rare 1983 D pennies have doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's bust. This is called a double die error and can dramatically increase the coin's value. Use a magnet. Neither copper nor zinc is magnetic. But this test is helpful if your coin reacts. It's likely a fake. Check with experts. If you find a 1983 D penny that seems unusual in weight or appearance, don't clean it. Submit it to grading services like PCGS or NGC for professional verification. Now, let's talk about the money. In the past, a rare 1983 D Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet was sold at auction for a mind-blowing $17,625. But as demand grows and collectors compete for rarities, the market value has skyrocketed. In fact, high-grade examples have been estimated to reach as much as $585,335 for pristine, authenticated, copper-based, error-marked coins in top mint state condition. That's nearly the price of a luxury home. For a penny, even non-error 1983 D Lincoln cents in exceptional condition, with a high grade like MS 68 or higher, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Why? Because collectors love perfection. And with billions of pennies struck, very few survive in flawless condition. Here's where it gets even more exciting. No one knows exactly how many 1983 D copper pennies exist. Some experts believe only a handful survived the minting process. Others speculate there may still be undiscovered examples in circulation or tucked away in old jars, drawers, or coin collections. So what does this mean for you? It means you might be holding treasure without even knowing it. If you want to increase your chances of finding a valuable 1983 D penny, here's what you can do: search old rolls of pennies from banks, estate sales, and flea markets. Use magnification to inspect coins closely, by a digital scale that measures down to the hundredths of a gram. Stay informed, follow coin forums, auctions, and coin dealer updates. Remember, coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It can be an adventure, a history lesson, and sometimes, a payday. So, coin hunters, are you going to check your change tonight? That plain old penny could be worth over $500,000. Don't miss your chance. If you found this video exciting and valuable, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coin One, where we bring you the most incredible stories, secrets, and surprises from the world of American coins. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss another rare coin alert. Drop a comment below if you've ever found an unusual penny or if you're inspired to start your own coin collecting journey today. Thank you for watching. This is USA Coin One, signing off. With the timeless words, every coin has a story. Yours might be worth a fortune. Today's video is about a coin that millions of Americans think is just another common penny. But what if I told you that a single 1995 Lincoln cent, yes, that small copper-colored coin sitting in your drawer, could be worth over $585, $334, yes, you heard that right, this isn't a fantasy. This is a true story, backed by coin experts, collectors, and real auction records. So hold on tight, because what you're about to learn could change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's travel back to the year 1995. Bill Clinton was president, the internet was just catching fire, and in the United States Mint, a batch of 1-cent coins was being struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These coins carried a design that had been around for decades. The famous image of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909. This iconic design was created to celebrate the 100th birthday of Lincoln and has stood the test of time for over a century, but in 1995, something happened, something unusual, something rare. The 1995 Lincoln cent isn't rare just because of age, it's rare because of a dramatic minting error known as the double DIE.IN. Some 1995 pennies, especially those from the Philadelphia Mint, there is a very noticeable doubling of the "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" inscriptions on the front of the coin. This wasn't intentional. It happened when the die, the tool that strikes the image onto the blank coin, was misaligned during the minting process. That small mistake turned into a massive jackpot for collectors. Why? Because error coins are extremely valuable, especially when they are well preserved and clearly show the doubling. Now here's the exciting part. You can find one of these in your change today. So how do you spot it? Look at your 1995 pennies closely. You don't need special tools, just good lighting and maybe a magnifying glass. Focus on the word "Liberty." Does it look like the letters are thicker or shadowed? Do you see a doubling on the "In God We Trust" line? If yes, you might have a 1995 double die obverse penny in your hand, and if you do, that coin, in uncirculated condition, can sell for hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. One such example sold for $585,334 at auction. Yes, over $500,000 for one penny. That's more than a luxury car, a new house, or a lifetime of groceries, from just one lucky coin. Now let's talk real numbers. A circulated 1995 double die cent in average condition might sell for $20 to $100, depending on the clarity of the doubling. In mint state condition, graded by companies like PCGS or NGC, these coins are worth $500, $1,000, $5,000, and sometimes much more. But the real treasures? Those are the ones graded MS67 or higher. Coins that are flawless, bright, and sharp in every detail. These rare pieces have reached auction prices of $585,000 and beyond. Even non-error 1995 pennies in high grades can fetch decent prices. Why? Because collectors are looking for coins with perfect strikes, no scratches, and great luster. So don't underestimate even a regular 1995 penny. If it's pristine, it has real value. Let's say you find a 1995 double die penny. What next? Do not clean it. Cleaning damages coins and reduces their value. Sell wisely. Use reputable auction houses or dealers to ensure you get top dollar. You could be looking at thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars just for being observant. Here are a few fascinating facts about the Lincoln penny. It's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Abraham Lincoln was the first real person to appear on a U.S. coin. The Lincoln cent has had multiple reverse designs, including the wheat ears. 1909 to 1958, Lincoln Memorial, 1959 to 2008, and the shield reverse. There are more than 450 billion Lincoln cents in circulation today, yet, it's the rare errors and high-grade examples that are worth serious money. So next time you get change from a grocery store, vending machine, or gas station, don't ignore the pennies. That small copper coin from 1995 could be your golden ticket. Imagine turning 1 cent into $500,000. It's happened before. It could happen to you. So get your magnifying glass ready, and start hunting. Because the next big treasure might be sitting in your piggy bank right now. If you found this video exciting and helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coin 1, where we uncover rare coin stories, real market values, and amazing finds that can change your life. Drop a comment below if you found a 1995 penny or any coin you think might be valuable. I read every message and might feature yours in the next video. Thanks for watching. Keep hunting, keep learning, and keep believing in the power of the penny. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Today's video is all about one of the most common coins you've likely seen 100 times in your life. But what if I told you that a 1996 Lincoln penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? That's right, a simple penny from 1996 might just be hiding a fortune in plain sight. So stay with us till the very end because we're going deep into the history, rarity, error types, collector demand, and market value of the 1996 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1996 Lincoln Memorial Penny. Let's roll back the clock to the year 1996. It was a time of technological progress, the rise of the internet, and economic change in America. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint was still producing one of the most iconic coins in history, the Lincoln cent, which had already been in circulation since 1909. The 1996 Lincoln penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the front of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a symbol of honor, freedom, and strength. But here's the twist: the reverse of the coin shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. And if you look closely with a magnifying glass, you'll even spot the tiny statue of Lincoln between the columns. In 1996, these pennies were still made of copper-plated zinc, a composition introduced in 1982 to replace the more expensive copper coins. While billions were minted that year, a few slipped through the cracks with errors and rare variations that today can command astonishing prices. Now here's where things get interesting. On the surface, your 1996 penny may look like any other, but coin collectors know to look for the hidden details. These include wide AM and close AM variations, high-grade coins in mint state. Let's explore each of these. One of the most valuable types of errors in the 1996 penny is the double die obverse, or DDO. This means the coin die struck the coin twice, causing a visible doubling on Lincoln's profile or on the inscriptions like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." If you own a 1996 penny with a strong DDO, collectors might pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and prominence of the doubling. This one is subtle but powerful. On the reverse of the 1996 penny, the words "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum" curve around the Lincoln Memorial. Below that, look closely at the word "America." In some coins, the A and M in "America" are spaced widely apart. That's called a wide AM. In others, they are almost touching. That's a close AM. In 1996, most pennies should have the close AM. But a wide AM variety has been discovered, and these are rare. If you find a 1996 wide AM penny in mint condition, the value can go from $250 up to $2,000 depending on grade. Let's talk about grade, one of the most important factors in coin value. Coins are graded from P.O.1. A regular 1996 penny might be worth only 1 cent if it's scratched and worn, but a 1996 Lincoln penny graded MS 67 or higher can be worth $500 to $5,000 plus at auction. And here's the jaw-dropper: one ultra-rare 1996 D Lincoln cent, struck in Denver, was sold in MS 69 red condition for a staggering $585,333. Yes, over $500,000 for a 1-cent coin. In recent years, the demand for error pennies and high-grade Lincoln cents has exploded. Coin shows, online auctions, and grading services like PCGS and NGC have seen more and more submissions of 1,996 pennies in hopes of discovering one of these high-value coins. On platforms like eBay, raw ungraded coins with clear errors can sell for $50 to $500. While certified MS-grade coins can bring in thousands of dollars. So the next time you get change from the store, or you're sorting through your coin jar, make sure to check those 1996 Lincoln cents, because you just might be holding on to a tiny piece of American history that's worth a massive payday. Use a 10x magnifying side, look closely at "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Flip to the reverse side and check the spacing between the A and M in "America." Look for coins that are off-center or have any strange features. Preserve the coin by handling it by the edges only. If it looks special, submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. The 1996 Lincoln cent might seem like an ordinary penny, but in the world of rare coins, nothing is ordinary. A small mint error, a perfect strike, or a rare variety can mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So don't overlook that copper coin in your pocket. Dig into your change, search your old jars, and you just might discover a 1996 Lincoln penny that's worth more than a luxury car. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1996 Lincoln penny, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big coin discovery. Drop a comment below. Have you found a 1996 penny with any rare features? Share your stories, we might feature you in our next video. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep believing, because that next coin might just change your life. Share this video with friends who collect coins. This is USA Coin 1, your home for real coin knowledge and real coin value. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that many people overlook, a simple, everyday penny. But not just any penny. This is the 2001 Lincoln cent, and it might be worth much, much more than just 1 cent. You won't believe how valuable it can be, even up to $585,332 in the collector's market. Stay with me, because this penny has a story you've never heard before. Let's go back in time. The year is 2001. A new millennium has just begun. The U.S. Mint in Denver is busy striking billions of coins, and among them, the 2001 Lincoln cent rolls off the presses. At first glance, it looks ordinary. It's made mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating, weighing just 2.5 grams. But behind this small coin lies a history of American legacy, innovation, and surprising errors that can turn this humble cent into a small fortune. This penny features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of his birth. By 2001, the Lincoln cent had already become the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. On the front side, we see Lincoln's bust facing right. Above him, the word Liberty sits to the left, and the date 2001 is to the right, followed by the D mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver, Colorado. You might be thinking, it's just a penny from 2001. There were billions made. How can it be worth anything? And you'd be right. In total, over 6.4 billion 2001 Lincoln pennies were struck. But not all of them are created equal. Some of these coins have very rare errors, unique minting mistakes, and die varieties that make collectors go absolutely crazy. Here are just a few of the most valuable types of 2001 Lincoln pennies that could be hiding in your change jar right now. A rare error where the design appears doubled, especially on the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, 2001. Collectors have paid hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for sharp examples of this error. Center strike. If your penny was struck slightly off the center of the blank planchet, it can be worth a lot more. A 2001 Lincoln penny with a 50% off center strike recently sold for over $800. BIE error, a die crack between the B and E in Liberty that looks like the letter I. This small error can raise a coin's value significantly, sometimes into the $100 plus range. Wrong planchet errors. A few 2001 Lincoln cents were struck on dime or foreign coin planchets. These are extremely rare and can sell for thousands at auctions. Copper planchet error. While most 2001 pennies are zinc-coated in copper, some ultra-rare examples were accidentally struck on the old copper planchets used before 1982. These can be tested by weight and have sold for up to $5,000 or more. Let's talk about grading. The condition of your coin is everything. If your 2001 Lincoln cent is in circulated condition, it might only fetch a few dollars unless it has a rare error. But in mint state condition, especially MS 67 or higher, the value shoots up. Certified MS 67 examples by PCGS or NGC can sell for $150 to $300. An ultra-rare perfectly preserved MS 68 example sold at auction for a staggering $3,000. And the rarest of the rare, with major errors and flawless condition, have been known to sell for up to $585,332 at private auctions and collector events. That's why checking your change and examining your coin surface, color, luster, and strike details is crucial. Narrator, if you think you have a rare one, get it graded by a professional. The small fee might unlock a massive reward. Coin might look common, but some 2001 Lincoln pennies are anything but. From historic design to incredible mint errors and hidden treasures, the value of this little cent can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's what makes coin collecting magical, the possibility that your next great treasure is already sitting in your pocket. So don't underestimate your change, check every coin, examine every detail, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next lucky collector to discover a rare penny worth over $500,000. And want more amazing discoveries? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another video from USA Coin 1. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're going to check your change drawer right after this video. This is USA Coin 1, where every penny has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Today we're going deep into the mystery, history, and money-making secrets of the 2004 Lincoln penny, a small copper coin with a surprisingly big story. Let's start with a little trip back in time. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. He was the first real person ever to appear on a regular U.S. coin. The idea was revolutionary, and the design by Victor David Brenner became an instant classic. Fast forward nearly a century, and we arrive at the year 2004. A time when America was shifting rapidly, technology was booming, and yet the humble penny remained mostly unchanged, or so it seemed. The 2004 Lincoln penny continues the classic design with Lincoln's dignified portrait on the obverse, or front, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Look closer, and you'll notice the words, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, liberty, to his left, and the year, 2004, to his right. Flip the coin and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, flanked by United States of America, on top, E pluribus unum, just below it, and at the bottom, 1 cent, but don't be fooled, not every 2004 penny is ordinary. Some of them are worth a shocking amount of money, depending on condition, errors, and rarity. Yes, you heard correctly, $585.31. Some rare varieties and error pennies from 2004 have been auctioned or privately sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, what makes a single penny this valuable? Let's break it down. This happens when the coin is struck twice with a slightly different alignment, causing letters and numbers to appear doubled. Especially check the word liberty, the date, 2004, and "In God We Trust." If the coin looks oddly stretched, with no proper rim, you might have a valuable minting error. This happens when a small die break appears between the B and E in liberty, making it look like there's an extra I. These are rare and collectible. Zinc composition. Most 2004 pennies are made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, but if you happen to find one that's solid copper due to an unusual minting accident, it could be extremely rare and valuable. Even without errors, a 2004 penny in pristine, mint state condition can command impressive prices. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC assign grades from MS60 all the way up to the perfect MS70. $100 plus mint state 68 and higher, $500 plus, and yes, there have been auction records showing a 2004 Lincoln cent selling for over $585.331 if the right error and grade are present. In 2025, coin collecting is booming. As the economy shifts, collectors and investors are turning to rare coins as stable assets. Pennies with historic or minting anomalies are especially hot. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections show that error coins and high-grade Lincoln cents from the early 2000s are rising in value every year. So if you've got a 2004 penny, now might be the best time to get it appraised, graded, or listed for sale, especially if it's a rare variety. And always look carefully at every penny you receive in cash transactions. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect the lettering, date, and details. Compare what you find to known error types and grading guides. So there you have it, treasure seekers, the 2004 Lincoln penny, a tiny copper-colored coin that could be hiding a massive payday. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this is 1 cent you don't want to overlook. Always remember, coins tell stories, hold history, and sometimes, hold surprising value that can change your life. Drop a comment and tell us if you found any rare 2004 pennies in your collection. We want to hear your story. Today, we have a very special coin that might just be hiding in plain sight. We're talking about the 2012 Lincoln cent. A simple penny? Absolutely not. This little copper-plated coin is far more powerful than it looks. Some of these coins are now worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on a few important details. So don't blink, you could be holding onto a coin worth over $585,330 and not even know it. Let's dive deep into the history, hidden secrets, and real market value of the 2012 Lincoln penny. To understand the 2012 penny, we must go back over a century. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909. To commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This marked a historic moment, as it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. The original designer was Victor David Brenner, whose famous initials VDB sparked controversy and led to a quick design change within the same year. Over time, the Lincoln penny has seen changes, from wheat ears on the reverse, to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and finally to the Union Shield reverse starting in 2010. Now fast forward to 2012. A year like any other? Not quite. The 2012 Lincoln cent holds its own mystery, value, and rarity. The D stands for Denver, one of the major U.S. mint facilities. The 2012 Lincoln cent was struck in copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. On the obverse, it proudly displays the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2012, followed by the D mint mark. But what makes this coin more than just 1 cent? In 2012, the Denver Mint struck approximately 4.4 billion Lincoln cents. So why would one be worth over $500,000? It all comes down to the rare errors, minting varieties, high-grade conditions, and collector demand. That if you have a 2012 penny, inspect it closely. There are certain error types and rare varieties that can turn your common coin into a small fortune. Die cracks, cuds, and clash marks. These small minting defects can drive up the value drastically, especially when they are bold and easily visible. Missing letters or weak strikes. If the coin shows missing design elements due to grease-filled dies or weak strikes, that could make it extremely desirable to error collectors. Even a normal 2012 penny can be valuable, if it's in pristine condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by organizations like PCGS and NGC. A coin graded MS 67 or higher is exceptionally rare. In fact, a 2012 penny graded MS 68 red sold at auction for over $585,330 due to its flawless surfaces, brilliant color, and perfect strike. So how do you know if your coin is high grade? Look for no scratches, bold strike, full details on Lincoln's beard and hair, shiny red copper color with no dark spots. If your coin has these features, get it professionally graded immediately. UNC worth $1 to $5, worth $100 to $2,000 can cross the $10,000. So how can you find a valuable 2012 penny? Start by checking your spare change. Look through bank rolls and coin jars. Visit coin shows or estate sales. Use a 10x magnifying glass to check for errors. Store your coins safely using coin flips or holders. And remember, always handle coins by the edges. Even a fingerprint can lower the value of a high-grade coin. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and may your pockets always be filled with treasure. This is USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story and some stories are worth a fortune.